parent-teacher meeting in the academic year. Likewise, we do conduct 1-2 meetings in a whole year. So PTMs are especially meant to discuss what are the things that we do usually in the class, because that only students knows. So parents should also aware about what is going on in the classes and how it is conducted every weekend test or syllabus wise, what are the content that is delivered in the class. So these are the few points. Again, as a parent, I know you all are very much responsible about your children, but a few things what has to inculcate, instill in their lives from the house, because overall student development is based on not only classrooms and schools, but also at home also. So many things are there that we need to instill so that they can really do good things in their lives. So one by one, I just want to incorporate 2-3 points. Very first thing for 9th grade, handwriting, neatly lace in writing, which is really needed nowadays, because this is just the first month we have started with the classes. So it is a very short note to conclude about the things. Later on we do bother about those things also. We have to explain the answers in the answer sheets, what are really things which has to be mentioned, what are the keywords, especially in case of science. So we do bother them about same in future. But right now this is the first one, so we are not much bothering to them. Like this only you have to do, like that only you have to do. Otherwise they'll get irritated and they'll stop coming here. They'll start irritating to you. So this should not be done from their end, and that is why we do take care. Syllabus wise, with school we are going on, whatever chapters are covered in the schools, same chapter we are also focusing on the class, so that for the unit test we can also contribute a lot of things that has to be not cleared from the schools. Because basically some concepts they do not clear from the schools. We do invest on much of the time conceptual understanding in the class only, because subject to all things, NCERT question and answers, everything they used to do in the schools. But some basic concepts are there which really need to cover up in the class. For higher grades, they are really essential, they are really needed. So we do invest a lot of time in the discussion of all those factors in case of especially science class, I need to say. Third thing, students are very much excited about newly activity, whatever we have started in the class. Every year we do conduct few activity along with their syllabus running. Recently I started the definition activity in the class. So students are very good responding to those activities. Just the thing is, student has to come in front of all the class and they have to say 2 definitions. This is what the little thing that I am going to instill in the class, but that really helps a lot students. Very first it will boost their self-confidence to come in the front and to say something. Even though it is written up the thing, they are just dictating the things in the class, or some students, so they are very much excited, they learn the definitions and nowadays they are telling in the class. So this is what a very good thing that I am going to notice from the class. And really remarkable, appreciable things in first week, whatever things I have not noticed, not to complete with the homework which is given to them, because nowadays we are very confirm and strict about the things. Homework has to be done. More than 3 remarks if there are in the notebooks, then they have to bring the parent signature after that. So likewise, small hurdles we are making so that they are a little bit responsible about their daily task which has to be done by them. Rest of the things, in case of Saturday test papers, priorly we are going to like on Monday or Tuesday we are going to discuss the test paper on which the test will happen. And after completion of the test, again test paper is discussed in the class. So that is one more important point, where they are lacking, that is also been clear, and what are the expectations from our side, especially for the particular answers, because we are sharing the toppers papers also, so that you people will also notice what are the things what is lacking in your child's paper. So that is again a very important thing for the students as well as for the parents. Subjectively, in case of science, we are having 3 streams: physics, chemistry and biology. Equal importance is there in NCERT syllabus. Recently they have deleted some of the portion. In COVID they do have some extra chapters, diversity and other natural resources. But this year they have deleted these parts from the syllabus. But some schools, they are still following the previous books and they are asking children to follow that only. In class, in academy, we definitely going to focus on NCERT current situation, whatever guidelines they used to give us about the final exam. So we are following that. But if any school is having that extra chapter, so no problem, we are going to take that chapter in the class itself. So please don't worry, because recently some separating methods from the chapter they have got deleted from their syllabus, but still some schools are following the separation techniques. So don't worry, I am going to take everything which is there in NCERT book as well as whatever part has got deleted, even though schools are taking that. So we are also interested to do that part. Anyways, we have to focus on basic clearance, because basic concept, if they are cleared up in these ages, then 10th and onwards they will not be any difficulty in the things. Okay. Rest of the thing I think Kulkarni sir will explain about mathematics and other things. Okay.
Yes, very good morning, Josh. So, thank you on believing on ASM Kulkarni Math Science Academy. We are definitely here to help the students till 12th standard and engineering. So, mainly for 9th grade, whatever syllabus is there which we are covering in class. Till first unit test, we have to cover like 6-7 chapters. And some schools have different chapters, some other school have different chapters. So student has to do the homework, whatever is going on here. Daily 10 example is our minimum homework, you all knowing that. But still for 9th grade, many students are not following that. I have remarked many times. You have to just check the notebooks after 15 days, not on daily basis. At least within 15 days, you have to check the notebook. How many remarks are there? Sometime I am writing that the parent please check, please sign there. Yes, you have seen that. Monday to Thursday daily, 4 days in a week, so 40 examples are there. But on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday also we are expecting 10 examples on Monday also. So that means on Monday we are checking 40 examples. I am checking everyone's notebook also, we are checking that. So that means student has to do the work. And some basics are not clear now. Some new students this year like in our classes. So some basics are not clear in mathematics. So that is not the students' problem, but we have seen that many students are like lagging. So we find out the solution for that. So we are planning some extra classes on the Friday and Saturday, and we'll find out those students who require help, not insisting all the students. Some students are really bright in class, so they won't require any basic help. But if you also think that yes, because you only know about the like past till 8th grade, means whether your kids are lacking or like where they're lacking. We also find that we'll do one thing, like in the weekend we'll insist the students for extra classes. In that class we'll cover up the basics from 7th, 8th standard or 6th standard also, because some test of divisibility or find out the factorization, so working on tables or some basic conceptual drawings also for bisecting the angles, perpendicular bisector, some basic concepts of mathematics also, science also. So we are planning that from June, suppose in the weekend, at least for 5-6 months, we'll run that batch. We'll see whether the students are cope up with the basics or not up to that, and then we'll think on that in the second meeting. Okay, so this meeting is only just like telling you what are our observations from last 1 month. Okay, what we observe. One more thing, like don't expect much progress within like 5-6 months immediately, because yes, we teacher are really expert, no doubt about. You are also giving your 100% to your kids, but the problem is that pandemic situation, that last 2 years, where they not study 1 year to was like in when only no one is studied that way. We also think that 1 year is not much time. We think we'll cover up the things after 1 year, but it won't happen. And our kids like from 7th grade they goes into 8th to 9th like that, or 5th to 6th standard. So schools also not stopped like 1 year that time, and basics not clear at all. But now we have to cover up with the syllabus also, because we cannot stop the syllabus. Whatever the chapters are there, we have to cover up that definitely. Whatever the things are there, so we have to teach them. Means whatever goes in their mind or not, we cannot say anything, because like suppose factorization is there, but if the student not knowing like how to factorize basic, what is x square means x into x, or is it 2x x into x, if we do, someone is writing 2x also. So if that basic is not clear, then it is really difficult 9th standard syllabus also. So we have to keep some patience for some days at least, and we'll cover up such basics from the student side, and then they will cope up with the normal things, whatever is there in the textbooks. Okay, so don't bother the students also like to do much. If they are doing the homework, what I want, homework I want 10 sums. After some days I will definitely catch up whether they are copying from some internet or some digest or somewhere. Definitely we can understand that if students' capacity is not that much, but daily doing 10 examples. So in that case we will give some extra sums also, which is not there in from any textbook. Okay, but for that at least they have to start daily homework. Okay, so that is our first intention. Whatever weekend exam happened, it is compulsory for all the students. If they are not ready for on Saturday, they can come on Sunday also for the test. We'll definitely discuss the paper in the class, whatever their mistakes, doubts. Okay, so daily homework is one of the main thing. Second thing is, in the first unit test, suppose they have different chapters, still they have to study whatever is there in the class. And one more, if unit test is there, then some students are not coming within that days. So don't do this here, that thing, because we cannot stop the syllabus within that period. And 1 month it will take to cover up all schools unit test. So for 1 month for unit test, 1 month for first term also, it will become difficult for us to cover up the syllabus. And 1.5 hour is not much time also. If they come in exam time, we are insisting them to make a plan also, study plan. And they have to cover up everything from different subjects also. It is not only for math and science. But they must be ready before exam time. Because if the last day, I don't think anyone study in 1 day for that full 4-5 months syllabus and get good marks. But if you are telling them, no, tomorrow is exam, then don't go for class, and allowing them, so that is not to be done. Because this kind of exams are there in their life many times, and many situations are there. Today is one paper, tomorrow is another paper. Within that 1 day there might be some another situation. You cannot touch the books also at all on that particular day. So it is not meaning that on that exam he will like score only 10 marks out of 100. If that is done, that means he is not studying regular basis. We are giving the homework on regular basis because they at least everything is there in mind and everything get covered properly. From my books also, tell them to cover up everything, whatever questions are there, because some part we are taking care of. But from R.D. Sharma or from NCRT, from my books, many things are there to do. So they have to cover up that things. So you just check the books after 15-20 days and just check whether he is doing the homework, is there any remark there. Now onwards we will be very strict about the homework. If someone is not doing that, then they have to stay back. But it become problematic for you also. Because sometimes you come up to pick up at suppose 7 o'clock, you have some other appointment and we insist him, no, you have to stop there, do work. So that become irritating for you also. So instead of that, you just take care, at least one of you, mother or father, you just take care whether he is doing or she is doing homework daily or not. Just you have to check whatever we are writing in the class, whether she or he is writing everything properly. Handwriting also, like some problem to students which we have seen, they have to write properly the answers, everything. We are sharing the paper, but every time you cannot see what the other student is writing. We'll solve the things in class also. The student has to note down it properly. So that is only the things in mathematics. If you have any suggestions, we can discuss them.
Yeah,
That weekend extra classes will be like we are charging 10,000 yearly fees for that math and science, but the classes will be every weekend, Saturday, Sunday will conduct, or Friday, Saturday, 2 days in a week, full year classes. And we'll make sure that the basics should be clear within 1 year. Like whatever 5th standard, 6th standard, anything. So we'll make one common batch and we'll make sure that the basics should be clear.
What will be the timing for the extra classes?
Timing that will decide, like as per student school time. Suppose Saturday evening or before their exam. But history, geography, English also be there in the weekend. So that also I have to check. But with that we'll make a proper plan. It's not like coming and going through 2 times. So we'll make sure that particular time there. Or exam time also we may shift 1 hour here and there or there. That will think on it. But that is our suggestions. Like if you have any other questions, suggestions, then you can definitely tell us.
So weekends are we consider Friday, Saturday, Sunday or Saturday, Sunday?
2 days we are planning like that extra classes. Friday, Saturday or
It
Saturday.
will be a common batch for all the students.
And
In that
out of
age
3 I need
time,
2 days, right?
yeah, 8, 9, 10, all the students are there in the same batch.
Instead of making them pack full day, a full week, Friday we will plan Friday and Saturday. So at least Sunday they will get holiday.
No suggestion, sir. Ask or make it strict to be present in the for the exam for 4:30 to 5:30.
Yes.
Because what happens if after finishing the question paper, kids immediately comes down, no? So I don't know, because it is not a routine practice for the exam. You have to stay for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever the duration is there. It is just making the routine for that.
Okay. Now that we can do. But now this is the very early time and we are not like much syllabus also. So lenient papers are there. Lenient means like easy kind of.
Okay.
Because if we make little extra level loop, then they cannot finish that in 1 hour.
But it becomes a part of discipline.
No, that definitely will. But this is very early days, only 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, I can understand.
That's why the papers are not that much hard. Student can finish like 45 minutes, half an hour. At least they say yes, now paper is okay, good. But once we go on next level, then they cannot finish within 1 hour. So like that time it is. The 1 hour, 1 hour, 5 minutes. That we are lenient 5 minutes extra. But definitely the exam time is 1 hour and we'll take care of that.
I think full paper you can do at least this entire course once, right? You know, you can do entire multiple test.
Like full
Like
portion
that,
test you are asking
for
about.
example, happened in the school also, 3 hours or 1.5 hours.
They have to stay.
नहीं वो तो होगा ना डेफिनेटली. जैसे उनका यूनिट टेस्ट रहेगा सपोज 1 आवर 1.5 आवर 2 आवर का स्कूल में, तो उसी वीकेंड पे यहाँ पर भी 2 आवर का पेपर होगा ना. अभी 1 आवर का चैप्टर वाइज टेस्ट इज देयर ना.
25
जैसे 2 चैप्टर का 3 चैप्टर का टेस्ट कंबाइन में होगा ना, तो 1.5 आवर का भी हो सकता है, 2 आवर का भी हो सकता है. वो तो स्कूल वाइज डिफरेंट पेपर होगा. हर एक स्कूल का डिफरेंट पेपर बनेगा यूनिट टेस्ट में. Because they have different chapters for different schools.
जो बच्चे लेट ज्वाइन किए हैं तो प्रीवियस पोर्शन कहाँ से कोप अप करेंगे या फिर
नहीं वो हम करेंगे ना definitely. Once I cover up all the syllabus for different schools.
Okay.
How many chapters we have to cover, sir?
Yes, for
नहीं, we discussed that in class. You was there that day? कौन था? तू था क्या? तू भी नहीं था. हाँ, this is also one more thing. Very few students are 100% present in the class. If they miss out something, suppose some starting of chapter, so it becomes difficult for us, difficult for him or her also. I already discussed. You was there that day?
She never speaks in the class.
9 chapters I had to cover up.
for 11th standard you had told, right?
That day,
Yeah,
we
that day.
discussed 9th standard also. How many chapters were there?
6 6 or 7 chapters
Six.
were there, because in some school the last chapter in science
Yeah,
also.
science
In
also.
our school the 15th chapter is going on, and in some school the
So
history
7
chapter.
chapters we have to cover up. So after covering that all portion,
We're going to
then we
revise
go
it.
for first chapter again. And minimum 4-5 times the revision will happen. Don't worry.
Because everybody's exam will like that one whole month will goes in all schools exams. So we got to
That
have
time we
sufficient
revise.
time to revise all the time. That time.
And for the first term, June end will finish the portion for every school's first term. Because 6-7 chapter once I cover, then that is almost everyone's first term exam. So after that we have to revise only that 7 chapters till their first term happened. So a lot of time, minimum 5-6 times you can see, like in the next meeting, I will insist the students also to come, and next time they will talk with you all. Yes sir, this time this many times we revise this chapter and whatever.
So what is the plan in this during this 15 May to 6 June period that class is having holidays? Okay?
Definitely,
So what are the preparations students can do?
daily homework is definitely there. 10 examples are there in normal classes. So whatever 3-4 chapters we complete, we are expecting daily 15 examples within that vacation time. And on the first day they have to submit that full book. So suppose 150 sums for 10 days. So more than 200 sums we are expecting. So definitely whatever we covered this 3-4 chapter, from all the books definitely they will finish all the kind of examples. So definitely they will be prepared, at least for fully prepared for 3-4 chapters.
All the books in the sense R.D. Sharma, then
My book,
your book.
yes, and
Okay.
2-3 books are sufficient if they do it.
तो एनसीईआरटी की नई बुक जो इस साल जो नया दिया है स्कूल वालों ने, तो सर वो तो लेटेस्ट कोर्स कंटेंट के हिसाब से रहा होगा ना?
हाँ, एनसीईआरटी बेस्ड
All related
रीजनरेशन वाला कौन सा है वो उसमें शायद
some school जो नया book है ना deleted वाला जो new book है, but some schools are teaching from old
still
book.
following the older one.
हाँ. So basically see what is our aim, the student must be like ready conceptually for all the chapters. अगर ये साल कोई portion deleted है तो next year अगर आता है suddenly तो students are not like understand that. तो आप ऐसे मतलब स्टूडेंट को भी बताइए कि अगर वो नहीं भी है सिलेबस में तो भी आपको पढ़ना है उसको, लेकिन नहीं तो वो एक स्कूल में पढ़ा रहे हैं, हम लोग वही चैप्टर रोज फॉलो करेंगे तो बाकी स्टूडेंट्स एकदम टाइम पास, चलो अपने बुक में नहीं तो चलो छोड़ दो इसको, तो वो काइंड ऑफ नेचर डेवलप नहीं करना है हमको, बिकॉज़ वी आर गोइंग टू कवर अप ईच एंड एवरीथिंग.
Sir, I have one question. Like, from your point of view, do you analyze that this students' basic concepts or
Yes,
like has been cleared or not?
I already discussed. I think that was my first point.
Or you
You
can
can
show
yes.
some-
हाँ. So we are planning that Friday and Saturday batch for such students to make that basics clear, and we'll teach from 6, 7, 8 standard syllabus mathematics and science within that weekend batch. Because in these classes we cannot do the basics too much clear, because we have to cover up the portion also whatever there in their books. So while making that conceptually clear, so it becomes a lot of time then, and some students really require extra help.
Not making the basic clear. My question is that if my daughter is in 9th standard and she is with the one of the topic, so from your point of view, how do you analyze that she is okay? She is like clear with this topic.
See, chapter wise we do have the test on Saturday.
Yeah.
So if in that case particularly, if she finds, some point she finds weak, so we do revise again, we have the all analyzation of class for that chapter. Ki how many students have got like 80% and more marks in that particular test. तो चलो chapter सबको समझ में आ गया. अगर 50% से कम marks आते हैं तो we do again take that chapter because then students are not getting that chapter. This is how we monitor every chapter. So conceptually also in particular concepts students lose their marks and others they are good at MCQs and all those things. Basically MCQ में बहुत सारे बच्चे they are doing mistakes because they are core conceptual questions. So they got confused whether to choose this option or that option. So again we have to focus on those those points also in the regular class to clear up all the basics. So firstly, we are focusing more on the basic things rather than being touched with the syllabus a lot, rush up with the things. We are clearing up their basics.
And in the weekend test also, if they get less than 50% marks, they have to give retest on Wednesday. That also like one of the things you all have to keep in mind, that if student get less than 50% marks, they have to give retest on Wednesday. But the student must study within that next 3-4 days. Once he comes to know that yes, I have not scored well, and definitely once the student write the paper, then on the same day they come to know yes, I am really bad in this chapter or not. So from that point, from Sunday onwards, they have to study. They must ask the doubts to us. Yes, I am not getting that. And every Wednesday, you have to just take care of whether like he got less than 50% marks. So tell him to ask the paper, because sometimes it may miss out from our side. But if it comes from student side, then only will take more interest on that. So that is the kind of thing will happen. You also have to insist us, no sir, he got less marks. You have to send you a message on our class number. Then we are also be that much conscious about that over retest, because it is again hectic job for us to make one more paper, one more check.
Extra time for
But definitely we are ready. We are promising you that thing. If 50% less than marks, then Wednesday we are definitely going to conduct the retest. But it must come from student side also as well as your side, because you have to take that much care for few days at least. So then once they start doing the things, then 1-2 times anyone write the extra thing, extra paper other than the class time, then they also don't want to do that. So they will study properly for the weekend test, and that will not be like happen again and again like that. Because someone not studying at all, suppose from Friday, Saturday, and directly come for the test. So definitely they get less marks in that.
Just 2-3 points as a parent I would request to all of you. You have to cross check that whether your child is doing the same or not. Very first thing, the homework on a regular basis. We do give remark also in the notebooks. I hope you have seen that. Because the second thing about homework, whether he is copying it from another book or doing by himself or herself. That is again very important point to note. Second thing is about Saturday test papers. Is really giving the papers by studying well a whole week, or just giving the paper as randomly. कि चलो study हुआ है नहीं तो ये जितना आता है उतना लिख लो. So like that, whatever attitude is there which has to develop about tests, that also you have to monitor. Again, filing of the paper after assessment, we do return the papers to students. We do discuss the paper in the class also. Whatever wrong thing they must be incorporated in their answer sheets. So those points also you have to notice कि he is filing the papers, is doing it or not. So that also has to be monitored by yourselves. And again, that 50% wala point, if anybody is getting less than 50% marks, so you have to see he has to appear for the retest. So only these 4 points you have to cross check as a parent. Then that would be, remaining all things will be, your rest of things will be on us. Okay. Any more things?
So one in like the students whose basic is not clear. So what is the how will we conclude that? Depending on the test, what he conducted or the conversation you do with the students on the
Yes, I definitely like while checking and while asking some questions, we'll find out the students. But this is just to tell you from 1st June we are making plan for it. And you will get call also from our side. We will find out these things and you get required extra help. And if you are ready, then we'll make a group of such students and we'll start immediately.
So you said take an extra class for science and math both.
Yes.
If somebody want to do math only.
No, that we'll find out. You don't worry about it. Suppose it is for 1 hour class. Suppose 1 or 1.5 hour class is there in the weekend. So we'll cover up all the things. Means not particularly for science one day or math one day. Suppose if I am teaching something and while discussing the things and something comes suddenly from science side or physics side, so I will discuss that point also in the class. Like that. It is just like to cover up basics for science grade, like that. Math, science,
It's a
everything.
common question for all the
It is not particularly only for science and this science thing. And definitely,
So that batch will be for 1 year, right?
1 year.
Will continue for 1 year.
Yes, 1 year.
So please give your entries, whoever are interested for the weekend batch as well as for SST and English also. How many of you are interested to do the class for SST and English? Based on that, we can start the batch from June after our summer vacations. Okay?
History, geography, English and economics batch is there in the weekend. So if minimum 5-6 students are interested, then only we will do. Only 1-2 students and parents says yes we want this, so it becomes difficult. Otherwise you have to pay extra fees also, because we have to pay 1,50,000 minimum for that teacher yearly. So if 10 students are means for one subject, that is, so 3 lakh I have to pay for math, history, geography and English subject. So at least 10 students are ready, then only 30,000 yearly we will plan for that all 4-5 subjects, and then only it will fulfill that requirement. Otherwise, if 10 students, then you have to pay extra like fees in that. We will divide that fees within the student batch. If all students are ready, then might be less also.
So those classes will be conducted in weekend?
In weekend, that is on Friday, Saturday, Sunday or Friday, Saturday.
In that case, if it is needed to switch the pace time, then we'll do that also. Like for the weekend batch as well as for the SST and English. If you have to reframe the timetable for the Saturday pace, then also that can be done.
But we can become little hectic for the student point of view. That is also, you have to think on it. Because 1.5 hour history, geography, 1.5 hour that extra class and 1 hour test. So 4 hours they will be packed on Saturday. And Friday they must be packed at 3 hours here. History, geography, English and that extra class. But at least for 1 year, because for that 1 year to cover up, 1-2 years we have to cover up within that weekend, so that much pressure is needed, that is no other choice actually. So Sunday we can make them free. Otherwise,
will be for 1.5 hours.
Friday, Saturday. Otherwise we have to shift one class on Sunday then, so every day they get packed. So that is also we don't want. Friday, Saturday we will do. And after 1 hour that extra class will do, and 1.5 hour but definitely needed for history, geography, English.
Extra classes, सिर्फ maths और science.
Math and science only. So 1 hour will conduct either 2 days, and then that is like not much.
Will you have to send the entries on the
Yeah, class number. Yeah, we already shared that on the group. So you just share your entries in that class number, so we'll make and we'll start immediately.
Just send us the reminders also so that.
Yeah, we'll share.
Parents also.
Yes, we'll share. With the prop, how many students needed? That day I shared the message. No, that day I shared the message on the group. But I think how many entries was there? 5 to 6. Only 5-6
I took from
students.
different areas, so it's been difficult to manage the pick and drop.
I already talked with that fan person. He said, okay, if all batch students are there, then it is okay. But only 4-5 students are there, so it becomes difficult to give that.
Okay, any more queries? Can we conclude the meeting then?
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presence.
Thank you.